PopplioMasterJoku here, bringing you guys a new video. Today I'll be ranking the Ultra Sun and Moon trials from worst to best, and of course this is just my opinion, and if you don't agree with my list, feel free to tell me the way you will rank the trials in the comments down below. With all that said, let's get started. The worst trial in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, in my opinion, is the Fire Trial by Captain Kiawe. The reason I say Kiawe's trial is the worst is because the way you challenge the totem is by inspecting the differences of every dance. At first, the first one was a bit difficult if you weren't paying attention, but the rest of the other dances were too easy to tell. I honestly expected this trial to be better than just picking the differences in dances. The trial could have been more entertaining if it was different. I would have loved if it had to do something with the volcano, which is the trial side. It could have been like find the hidden Pokemon that are causing the volcano to be extremely hot or causing it to erupt. It would have been better since it's more related to the fire and the trial site. This is why I say Kiawe's trial is the worst. The next trial is the water trial by Captain Lana. At first I was really excited to see what this trial was like back in Sun and Moon. I was especially excited since Lana is my favorite trial captain. When I found out that her trial was just finding the Pokemon that was splashing around each lake, I was disappointed. But then as the time of Ultra Sun and Moon was coming out around the corner, I was hoping the trial was changed to be better, but the only thing that changed was a totem Pokemon. I was really disappointed because I knew this could have been a great trial, but wasn't. If I were to change it, I would rather have it be that I had to go find what was blocking the water from coming to the lakes, and every time I find a way to fix it, that a Pokemon will pop up angry of us, the trainers, for fixing it, like taking down dams from Barrel and Bidoof as an example. And for the finale we would have fixed the water, and as soon as we did, the totem would appear angry at us for disrupting its nap dash home. Next up is the Fairy Trial by Captain Mina. Where do I start with this? At first, in Sun and Moon, I was disappointed to see that there was no Fairy Trial, since it is my favorite type. But of the time of Ultra Sun and Moon, we were going to have a Fairy Trial, and that got me excited. I didn't know what to expect since there could be many things to do with the Fairy type that could make it a really good trial. But all the trial was all just a shadow to my excitedness. I found out that all you had to do for the trial was to battle previous trial captains to get a flower petal to complete the flower, and then the totem would appear. I kinda get why they did that since Fairy type could be considered as a type mini friendship and all, but I was expecting a lot more than just a battle to get petals. The Mysterious Trial at Pony Canyon, based on dragons. This was not a bad trial at all since it was dragons who were protecting the canyon from intruders and testing their powers. It would have been better if it had a bigger cause and have had a trial captain, Ryuki. Having a trial captain is what I feel makes it better since it makes it have more character to the trial. But I do like that they made it a bit different with no trial captain and make it an abandoned trial that the pseudo legendaries are taking care of since they want to protect the Z crystal and keep the trainers from going to the altar and continuing on to their journeys without tests and powers. The normal type trial by the one and only Ilima. This normal type trial is a really good one to be the first trial of the island challenge. It helps the player learn and get used to how trials will work, but it also makes it so it's not too easy to beat the totem, and I like that, since for me, gyms are way too easy to beat. I love this trial since it provides a bit of a challenge with the SOS method calling and the totem's aura bringing its stats up. I also like the idea that in Ultra Sun, the totem is Gumshoes, and in Ultra Moon is Element Eradicate. It provides a bit of variety to the games. Overall, I feel this trial is a really good first one. Now on to the final three trials that I feel are the best. And the number 3 spot goes to the Ghost Type trial by Captain Acerola. I love this trial in Sun and Moon since it was located in an abandoned supermart, which is a really good place to have a Ghost Type trial. I also really love the idea that you had to find ghosts with a camera, which made me feel like a ghost hunter. The totem of this trial, Mimikyu, is a good choice of a totem since its ability Disguise helps it from getting one hit KO'd in battle. It was a tough battle since it calls for help and makes it so the other mon annoys you while the Mimikyu sets up to destroy your team. And in Ultra Sun and Moon, I love that they made the trial more spooky with Acerola screaming, "Get out!" It just added more excitement to me playing through it. Also love the little Ash and Pikachu Easter egg in the back closet when finding Mimikyu. In second place, comes the grass type trial by the white sauce expert herself, Mallow. At first, in Sun and Moon, I was like, this trial is okay, but it was too easy because all you had to do was find the ingredients to the food that was going to attract the totem. It really didn't build up the excitement to battle the totem. And do we have to point out the fact that Mallow loves us grinding, pounding, and crushing the ingredients while weird gushing sounds are heard and her making faces at us? But I really like this trial since the totem Lorenz was a pain to beat, and I love me some challenge. When Ultra Sun and Moon came out, I was excited to play through this trial again. I love that they made the trial more exciting than just fighting ingredients and added Pokemon that fought you before the totem. Most importantly, I love that they kept Totem Lorenz as it was hard to beat in regular Sun and Moon. The best trial in Ultra Sun and Moon, in my opinion, goes to the electric type trial by the little scientist Sophocles. In Sun and Moon, I was okay with this trial since all you had to do was guess the correct sounds in the darkness. But I wanted more of a challenge. When Ultra Sun and Moon came out, I saw that they completely changed the electric type trial, and was more difficult to figure out since it was a puzzle you had to solve with your brain. It was to test your intelligence instead of your battling, which is a good mix-up to the previous trials. When I went to the trial without knowing how to solve it, it made me really use my brain cells, and took some time for me to figure it out. That was not all, cause they also changed the Vikavolt totem to the adorable Togedemaru, and not any normal steel cute ball, cause it was a huge one. Who doesn't want to fight a huge steel ball of cuteness? It provided a difficult battle with protecting with spiky shield every other turn and then paralyzing you and killing your team with Zing Zap and the flinches of death. This is why I think the electric type trial is the best out of all of them. Is my opinion different from yours? If so, feel free to tell me how you will rank that trials in the comments down below. With all that said, I hope you enjoyed the video. See you all next time.